There's something about men explaining to you how to make them fall in love that just hits differently. So today we're going to be talking about and reacting to videos about how to make a man fall in love with you. And we're going to start off with my homie, brother, Stefan Speaks. Let's let it get him into the congregation, ladies and gentlemen.
There's this man, he can be very masculine, tough guy, very on top of handling his business. You know what I'm saying? Very desirable man. Woman meets him. This man is now falling deeply for this woman. He is smitten, and it might happen even really fast. Like, yo, because here's the thing. I won't go too deep into this, but people sometimes paint people finding love very fast or feeling like they're in love very fast as this negative thing. But I think we have to consider that when you get to a certain age and you've dealt with enough people, when someone stands out from the rest, it hits you really fast. It doesn't take you long to notice it. And so this occurrence of falling deeply for someone very fast isn't as abnormal as some would make it out.
Yeah, it's truly that. Okay, it is true. Sometimes you do sense something quickly, but the problem is that it's very hard to tell if it's trauma or not. Yes, it does happen sometimes, but usually with the way things work is that it's actually slow. So I wouldn't tell you to try to make somebody fall in love fast. Don't try to make it fast. But if it happens fast, you have to be a little bit, just tippy toe a little bit because sometimes it could be trauma. That's a real thing. It could be trauma, and you may not know it because they both feel the same. Like the feeling of liking someone and the feeling of being in love sometimes feels the same.
Get out to be.
If you do one of these 7 things, he might even start chasing you or desperately try to get your attention. So please be careful how you use these strategies. Sadly, I may disappear from your FYP soon, so please follow me so we can stay in touch. First, you need to become very confident. Even if you're not feeling confident, you need to show him you're confident. Confidence is very attractive to us. We can't even explain why. 2 is purely psychological. Whenever you can just ask him for a small favor, even if you don't need something done, just ask. The more favors he does for you, the more his brain starts thinking that it must be that he really likes you. That he does all these small favors for you after some time, the attraction builds up. 3, be your own self. This is crucial if you want the guy to fall in love with you and not just like you. Make sure you have time for yourself and for your friends. Don't forget about your hobbies and be an independent woman who doesn't depend on anyone for happiness. 4, use your sense of humor. You can even make fun of yourself or make fun of him. It cannot be mean or anything, but you can be funny.
Ladies, don't try to be funny. All right. I'm telling you that you don't. If you're not funny, don't try to be funny. Right? You're gonna look like a bad comedian. If you're funny, but being funny doesn't make a guy love you. That's just a fact. I've met women who are funny and that it was a plus. Okay. But it's not the only thing that you need. Let the guy be funny. If you're funny, let it be natural. But trust me, you shouldn't be putting on your goals list being funny. That's not gonna work.
Funny and sweet. He will think you are adorable and the attraction will grow. 5. Remember of the proximity rule. We love the ones that are close to us, so try and be in his environment as much as you can. This helps his brain realize that you are someone who is familiar and non-threatening to him.
Well, what happens when this happens is that sometimes when you love someone, when you are dating someone, you literally spend time with them. Over time, you grow accustomed to them, right? You just grow accustomed. You get used to them. And the way that happens is that it happens without you noticing. Like, it just one day they're not there, right? And then it just feels weird. Like, it just feels like there's an emptiness. Something's off, you know? And that's truly when somebody's falling in love with you, is that and it happens without them noticing. You just get used to seeing them. And you start to expect to see them on a daily basis. That expectation once is broken because of an absence, or maybe you got to go to work, or you had to cancel the plan, leaves an emptiness in their hearts that allows them to see how important you are. But there's nothing that you could do to create that. All you got to do is just be there, breathe, and be like a freaking statue. And if he truly is going to fall in love with you, he's going to realize that sensation.
So he gets subconscious permission to like you. 6. Be predictably unpredictable. This means you don't want him to predict every one of your steps. He can never know that he has figured you out or what you will do next. However, at the same time, he must feel confident that he has some degree of predictability. This will confuse his brain, but nonetheless, his brain will want to figure you out. And the more he tries to figure you out, the more he thinks of you, the more he obsesses with you. 7. You have to use his name a lot. Person loves hearing his name. It's the sweetest thing we can hear. The more he hears you call his name.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the name thing. People, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think I never falling in love with a woman and be like, oh my gosh, she said my name. What are you talking about? That doesn't work. We're gonna have to stop this one video because it's a lot of BS.
How to make a man obsessed with you. Now, if you guys have a history, it's gonna be a lot harder. And you might need some one-on-one coaching for that. Here's the key. He needs to feel like he is lucky to have you at all times.
First of all, why is he doing the crack zoom in? Looks like a crackhead. Stop with the crack zoom in, bro. Keep it in one.
There needs to be some attraction, but you cannot get obsessed with your looks. There's a huge difference between girls we want to sleep with and a girl we want to wife. We do not want to wife the girl just because she's hot. Your independence is literally the most important thing. You cannot compromise your time, your schedule, your things for this man. Do not give up your intentions. What is the purpose of locking down a girl when you know she's obsessed with you already? Treat him like he's your ugly guy best friend. You know the energy I'm talking about. Why do you think your friend is obsessed with you? You're not.
This guy's bullshitting. He is as bullshitting as the whole video is. Listen, man, this is not going to make a man love you, man. This is just going to create an obsession, and as soon as it works, you're going to open up and start being yourself, and then he's going to fall out of love with you.
You're not putting him on a pedestal. You cannot sleep with him right away. You can't. Listen, you have no idea his intentions, his effort, his energy if you sleep with him right away. And just because you gave it up once doesn't...
I don't know what he means right away, but it's not the 50s no more, right? There's a little bit more leeway. There's a little bit more for the streets leeway, meaning culturally, women are going crazy, right? So there's a little bit more space, meaning nowadays it's not as socially unacceptable for a woman to have an OnlyFans account, meaning that what being a hoe is all contextual, right? It's hotexual, right? Meaning if you're in Afghanistan and every woman around you is a virgin and you banged one dude, you're a hoe. Contextually, you're a hoe, right? But if you're in New York City and every girl has had like 10, 12 guys and you only been with 2, you're a fucking queen. You're Mother Teresa, right? So what's happening is that men's expectations have changed because people are more sexual than before. So it's back then, guys used to get turned off if you didn't have if you had sex with them on the second, third date. Now it's a little bit more acceptable amongst younger people. So for my older, mature individual, I'm giving you guys a caveat. You could have sex a little quicker, and it's not gonna look as slutty as before, right? Now, I'm not telling you to bang a dude on the first date. No, if you like him and you want to do it on the second, third date, do it. Trust me, a guy's not going to call you a hoe. He's not, unless he's in church, he's a normal guy that's in the normal world. He's not in Afghanistan. He's not in fucking Egypt. If you do that, it's not going to turn him off. I can promise you. You guys might not believe me, but I'm telling you.
Doesn't mean you'll do it again. Do not use words to explain yourself. Always use actions.
Look, this guy's going to get you guys divorced. You use words in the beginning as a warning sign, like a warning button, right? And once it's doing anything, then you start taking action. This guy is truly out of control. Who is this guy?
Contact and actions. Hold your dignity at any sign of disrespect. Now, here's the twist. All this advice is great for finding the...
Not a fan of guys with so many tattoos in a freaking pit bull chain.
Avoidant partner. And what I have found in my experience is that most men are truly avoidant. So I still think that there are things that you could take. But if you don't want to play games, you don't want to hide your intentions, you don't want to hold your independence, guess what? You could find a secure partner. You could find a secure man. But the only thing is he might not have the spark. He might not have all the check boxes on.
You can do in person that will literally make this dude fall in love. A lot of y'all are in school, maybe you even out of school. You've been out of school for the past 100 years. I still got you. This advice still works. Out of school, you've been out of school for the past 100 years. I still got you. This advice still works. I'm trying to put you on. The first thing is talk slower when you're talking to him. what this does is it low-key kind of makes him nervous, but you come across way more confident. You know what I'm saying? Average girl, she's talking like this, she's responding very fast. Where do you work? What do you do for a living? What do you got on? Oh, there's a blue shark hoodie from Cito Clothings. Slow your roll. You know what I'm saying? Imagine it sounds like this. Where's the hoodie from? You kind of look up at him like this. Oh, it's from Cito Clothings on Instagram, SITO Clothings. Boom. The second thing, do the slick tone method. Use the slick tone method. This works for guys that you maybe dated that you want to humble, or even guys that you never talked to but you want them to chase you. The thing with this is you're literally doing two things at once. So you're focusing on your purpose, but at the same time, that person you want to chase you, no matter if it's ex, no matter if it's a man you've seen at the gym one time, no matter if it's a man who just has you on IG, they're going to chase you. Just look up what the slick tone method is on TikTok. The third thing, use a 300.
This motherfucker doesn't give it. He's doing the whole Thomasing thing where he tells about it but doesn't explain it.
60-degree smile method. That's basically where you tilt your head.
This
like
guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. People, you gotta be careful with these charlatans on TikTok because they say some of the dumbest advices I've ever heard in my life for dudes, man. Let's listen to what the women say because that's wild as hell. That is wild as hell. These guys are saying that, like, it's like these TikTokers, and I get it. Look, man, I could be full of shit too, right? But my Lord, man, it's mom, bro. All right, let's listen to this. This is wild as hell, man.
A man fall madly in love with you using psychology. I warn you, when you start using these 6 strategies, he will start calling you, he will start chasing you. It gets even better. It's not just gonna be him chasing you, all the other men who will be around you, they will feel your feminine magnetism and they will be drawn to your personality, so be careful how you use it. Sadly, I may create mystery. Why? Because guys are attracted to a challenge, they're attracted to something that they don't know and that it takes them a while to find out, to understand who you are. For example, when he asks you a question, don't give out all details right away. Make him work for it, right? Make him guess.
Again, this does not make a man fall in love. This is, yeah, it had to be mysterious, but it doesn't. It doesn't. They're missing out on the fact that men need time, men need presence and absence, and you don't need to do anything more. As long as you're not needing McGirt, freaking Pygmisha, freaking trophy wife type of shit, if he loves you, he will fall in love.
You're going to keep him hungry to learn who you are. Second, you have to create a polar femininity. So that means being totally opposite of a masculine, you need to be very feminine. I don't care how you do it, right? Maybe you have a high-pitched voice, or you talk really slow, you walk really slow. Maybe it's the way you dress. Why? Because guys are attracted to feminine. 3, the effect of proximal familiarity. This means that humans, and especially men, are threatened. They're scared of something they're not familiar with. So in order for them to like you, in their brain, they have to understand that, oh, that's somebody that I saw more than one time, that I now recognize her voice. He has to see you a lot. He has to hear you a lot. And the more closer you are in an environment to him, the better.
That is very true. This is why if a man doesn't give you time to hang out with him, he's not going to fall in love. You need presence. Presence is the most important thing, and then your absence, so that it can solidify. You got to see presence as preparing the food, and an absence as the heat that catalyzes everything.
Once his brain understands and realizes that you are a familiar person, he's going to be attracted to you even more. 4, high-value woman mindset. High-value women are very attractive to men, and if you become a high-value woman, if in your mindset you become a high-value woman, he will be attracted to you. How do you become high-value? Right now, right at this moment, you have to think and you have to believe that you have unlimited opportunities with men. That it's not just one man, but there's millions of men who are interested in you. The moment you realize that, everything will change. Don't allow intimacy too soon. Let him chase you. The moment he starts chasing you and the moment he understands that you act like a high value woman, that's the moment in his brain he will understand he needs to chase you. 5 and 6 are the most important steps, so follow me now or at the end of this video. 5. Avoid creating negativity, negative associations in his brain unconsciously. That means do not discuss negative things, do not bring past bad memories from your life, do not talk badly of your ex, because that creates negativity in his mind.
Yeah, it's not good to talk badly about your ex, but also, I mean, there's nothing, I mean, it's never good to complain, that's true, but, you know, I mean, at least you gotta talk, right? Like, something's bothering you, you gotta say it. I mean, you just cannot be being super dramatic about it. It's really how you do it, you know?
And he starts associating all the negative things with you. 6. The principle of scarcity. This means that you're not easily and readily available. You are so on demand. You're so busy with your...
Yep. But also, like I said, we don't want to, you need to see them, right? So you need to show them that you're willing to take time for them, you know? Even if you're busy, let them know that you're willing to take time for them. The thing is, people, like, when everyone is acting cold and you start doing this, because every woman is doing this now. That's the issue. And so when everyone is doing it, it doesn't really affect it. It truly, it creates more of that problem. It creates more distance. When every woman is being cold, unfortunately, you got to be warm. Now, when everyone is being warm, then you be a little bit more cold. But it's like you got to observe your environment and see what people are doing. What's the norm, and going the opposite direction. I know it sounds like you're sort of like, you know, not being yourself, but it's just how that is, right? And these are some of the ways to make honestly, some of these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some of these guys are like, these TikTokers are out of control. And look, I don't want to sound like I'm perfect, because I'm not, right? But I bet I say some shit that makes no sense too, right? But nah, these TikTokers are something else. You could tell they're about to say some shit when they start off with that smile, you know? Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, check out my latest video. It's called Men Love Women with Boundaries, right? It's actually a really good video. And the last one that I did after that is the power of absence, how absence plays with a man's emotion. Let's begin with that video. And if you guys enjoyed this content, go to mindfulattraction.org to get a one-on-one session from me, and I'll see you guys inside.